Hey everyone, Elizabeth Henson here. For my persuasive speech, I'm about 95% sure that I'm going to do a speech on general education reform or redesign. For my intro, I'll try to use some attention grabbers like asking questions, maybe a historical story or something that's really impactful regarding college education. I might ask some questions like, what is your experience with general education requirements in community college? Have you felt lost in your academic journey? Have you had subpar experiences with academic advisors? If so, you're not alone. No offense to the academic advisors. So for my main points in history, I'll talk about core curriculum and the cafeteria style model that we have. I'll go back in time to 1980, 1990s, which is when some really big changes happened in general education. I'll talk about the growth of the general education pathways, kind of how those evolved to what they are now. For an opposing stance, I'll talk about equality in curriculum expectations from all. And some of these might be different than what I feel. So some people might argue that these classes are all super important for critical skill development, which a lot of them are, like this class and communication classes and some other ones. And so other people might talk about how this equality and this equity on the educational path journey might be like leveling the playing field for everyone, so it's equal and fair advantage moving on to higher education. For my stance, I'm going to talk about equity regarding individual dreams and goals. Everybody's on a different path. Some people are on similar paths, but I think that should be recognized. So if I'm going for a psychology degree, why should I have to take astronomy just to meet a category? Or why should I take art? Unless it's art in therapy, which I would really like to do, but I don't really want to take general art class. There's a lot of other things, but those are just some examples. In my experience, general education, there's so many options and they're always changing. And sometimes it feels like way too much work. I always feel like I'm getting closer. And every time I feel like I can get closer, I feel like I take a couple steps back. It's pretty overwhelming. And so, but I'll talk more about that in the speech. I think this is an important topic for the audience to consider. I do really like Shasta College, don't get me wrong at all. I just think that in general education can be really restrictive sometimes and overbearing. I personally have experienced that. I've been going to college since 2009. Stopped and started so many times, overwhelmed. So many different reasons I've stopped and started. Luckily, this time I'm like, I know what I'm doing. But it's taken me a lot. I've had to reach out to a lot of different academic advisors. I've had multiple counselors. I'm now working with the BOLD program, which is awesome if you don't know about that. So let me see what else I'm supposed to talk about. I already talked about why this would be a controversial. So residual message, I have not completely figured it out, but it would include an element of hope. Figuring out educational pathways can be very challenging and time-consuming, as I said. Still, what matters most is that you follow your calling and work towards achieving your goals, something like that. Something motivation. I probably need to do something more concrete, though. So please feel free to give me your feedback on what you think. I would love to hear from you, love to hear your ideas so I can incorporate them into my speech. You really helped me last time. So thank you all so much. Have a good night.